Hey everyone, welcome to our first video in the Open World Gold Gathering series. You can find more information about this series in the description below. In this video, we'll be using mining and herbalism to gather materials from a route around Elwynn Forest. Here is the route. The materials we'll be getting on this route are silverleaf, peace bloom, earth root, copper ore, and rough stone. Along the way, we'll also pick up some gems from the copper nodes, like Shadow Gem, Tiger's Eye, and Malachite. So the gold per hour of running this route is about 1,854 gold. The average sale rate of the items we've gathered is 0.51. So Elwynn Forest can generate about 945 gold each day for each hour you farm it. Is this worth it? Well, that depends on your situation, but probably not, unless you can demand significantly higher prices for copper ore and early game herbs. Many raw gold farms generate at least 4,000 gold per hour. So ideally, we'd want Elwynn Forest to be around 8,000 gold per hour to be worth our time. That would require a 331% increase in price for the gathered items, and that's pretty unlikely to happen anytime soon. This route is super easy to follow because Elwynn Forest is simple to navigate. The trees are enormous, but they are spaced out, so you won't have much difficulty flying around the zone and collecting the nodes. For Alliance characters, this route is extremely convenient because it is right next to Stormwind, giving you a quick opportunity to dump everything on the auction house. The only major con of this route is that it doesn't offer a wide variety of materials to gather. The only materials here are the starting materials for various professions. These tend to sell in large volumes, but not for very much money. Here are a few special things about this route. There are a number of rare mobs that tend to spawn along this route, and unfortunately most of them drop some pretty pathetic items, just 6-slot bags and things like that. But there are a couple along the way that do drop some pretty impressive things that can sell for quite a bit if you are really lucky. So first, here in the Jasper Lode mine, there is a rare spawn at the very back of the cave that is called Mother Fang. She drops a dagger that is unique in appearance, and so for any collector who wants to collect everything in the game, they will probably want that eventually. It's always worth running back here, I think, and checking whether she's up. When I was doing this, as you can see, she was up fighting some guy who was just AFK, so killed her. You can also check the cave for a chest, which might include some low-level green item that maybe you can sell as a transmog piece for maybe, if you're lucky, a couple hundred gold. Other than that, this cave contains a couple of nodes, and because it's fairly short, it's almost always worthwhile to just run through and check for Mother Fang, grab the nodes, run back out, get back on your mount, and keep going. Now, the Fargo Deep Mine is a bit of a mixed bag. Technically, there are a lot of mining nodes that spawn inside of this mine. The problem is, this mine is enormous, and it's really easy to get turned around and lost in here, and that might just be wasting your time. So it really depends on how lucky you are with the mining node spawns. If they spawn close to the entrance, it's worth flying down here and running inside and grabbing them. But if there's one that's just sort of located in a bizarre location in the cave, it's probably not worth running through and getting lost for one mining node, when you could be flying around grabbing several nodes in about the same amount of time. And there's one other rare mob that is almost always worth checking on. She's in this house right here. She sometimes drops a jeweled dagger, which, as you can see, she did drop for me. This thing is a fairly rare, unique transmog item. Usually goes for, if you're lucky, a couple thousand gold. So maybe, if you're really fortunate, somebody on your server will want this thing just to complete their collection. Can't hurt checking. It only takes 1 second to fly in there, kill her, grab her item, and then keep going. And that's all for Elwynn Forest. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Have an excellent day, and I'll see you for the next video. Stay strong.